Experiencing a variety of emotions is common, and one of the most frequently experienced emotions by us is anger. We all have come across the common saying that anger is one alphabet short of danger, but do we all experience anger of the same magnitude? Is experiencing anger wrong? Hello, and welcome to Connected Minds podcast. Today, we will discuss a commonly experienced emotion, anger, and how to deal with it effectively. What is anger? As commonly as we experience anger, do we clearly understand this emotion? Anger is a strong emotion towards someone when we feel they have done us wrong in some way, deliberately. It is an intense feeling characterized by antagonism. It is an emotion we may experience from time to time when something or someone annoys or frustrates us, intentionally or unintentionally. We all have different ways of expressing our anger. Some find journaling helpful, while for some, lashing out works. Some express their anger through tears, while others through sharp words. Some want to address the situation right away, while others want to sink into their shell for a while. There is no unacceptable way of expressing anger as long as it does not harm oneself or others. Now that we understand what anger is, let us discuss the events that may lead to anger. This goes without saying that we all experience anger for different reasons. Sometimes we get angry when we feel we are not being heard. For some, anger is a way of letting out repressed emotions. Some may get angry when a friend bails out on them. Some may feel angry due to the office politics. Some may experience anger due to a new policy initiated by the government, and the list is endless. The magnitude of anger varies from individual to individual and depends on the severity of the situation that caused the anger. Expressing anger is a reasonably normal emotion until it causes harm to the individual experiencing the emotion or others around them. Therefore, frequent outbursts of anger, which are not proportionate to the cause of anger, require attention from a mental health professional. And when we say require attention from a mental health professional, we do not imply that there is something wrong with the individual or that they need help. All they need is to channel it in the right direction, and there is no harm in seeking a little support. When we talk about the outcomes of anger, we paint a negative image, but does experiencing anger always have adverse effects? Let us find out. Letting out anger does not always have adverse effects. On the contrary, anger can have a positive effect, that is, letting out the negative feelings. It helps us feel lighter and better once we get rid of those feelings, provided the anger is expressed in constructive ways. But it is also safe to say that the negative impacts of anger outweigh the positive ones. Expressing yourself is fine, but the trouble begins once the threshold is crossed. Anger affects not just us, but also the people around us in a variety of ways. So let us discuss what dimensions of our lives are affected negatively by anger. Effects of anger on health: headaches, high blood pressure, digestion problems. Anger can result in psychological issues such as anxiety and depression. Lack of attention and poor decision-making are also an outcome of anger, leading to poor performance and a fall in self-esteem. Effects of anger on relationships. We do not realize what we say in a fit of rage, and we may end up hurting the other person, which can lead to the downfall of relationships. In addition, excessive anger negatively affects the well-being of the people around you. Surprising how one emotion can have such multi-faced impacts, which is why it becomes necessary to manage our anger effectively and express it constructively. How to deal with anger? When we experience anger, sometimes it is hard to control the emotion. We find it difficult to understand what we feel, and sometimes end up saying things we do not wish to, which may hurt others. Sometimes, the outburst is so intense that it may cause harm or, in extreme cases, injuries to ourselves and others. Here are some ways to help us manage anger and save ourselves from trouble. Try not to react immediately. Instead, try to understand the other person's meaning and why they said so. It is better to rationalize the situation than have an outburst of temper in the fire of the moment. Indulge in physical activity to divert your mind for a while and channel the anger in the right direction before expressing it. Try to present your problem politely. Instead of pointing out the issue and blaming, suggest a possible solution and politely state what you didn't like. For example, instead of phrases like, "Because of you, this happened," try using, "I did not like you did this." To manage anger, in the long run, meditate and do yoga for a calm mind. As cliché as it is proven to be extremely helpful. Do not suppress what you feel, express yourself. Do not bottle it up, but let it out politely. And remember, discussions and troubleshooting can lead to problem solving, and not screaming. Calmly put your points forth. Experiencing anger does not indicate something wrong with you. In fact, seeking support is a way of helping us understand our emotions for our own good and that of our loved ones. Next time you get angry, think about how far it might go and the alternate ways of handling it.